When I was in the cradle, mama used to say to baby, don't you cry, cry, cry.
It's 6 p.m., the night before Ultimate Fighting Championship 27.
237.
42-year-old Dan Severn's hoping to make a comeback after a 3-year hiatus.
No, I'm thinking light thoughts.
259. There you go.
I'm thinking clouds.
259 pounds. Severn says that's a good fight weight for him.
Dan Severn, the beast.
The fighters' meeting follows. Referee John McCarthy goes over the rules.
Intentionally placing your fingers in any orifice of your opponent is not allowed. Now, if I have to explain orifice, I will.
Before Dan Severn turns in for a good night's rest, he reflects on what could be his last fight.
What can these guys do to me that I haven't had done before?
It's a hungry Severn. Look at him exerting the strength and power.
You know, I realize I'm definitely well into the twilight of my competitive career. I've only got a few more hurrahs, and then I look to move on. I still have other goals and things that I'd like to achieve in Dan Severn's career.
Listen to this crowd.
Friday night at New Orleans Lakefront Arena. It's the event the mixed martial arts world has been waiting for all summer. 16 fighters, 8 bouts, 1 main event. Dan Severn versus Pedro Hizo. The crowd is small. 1,000 or so fans pay $50 apiece to watch their heroes kickbox, wrestle, punch, and pummel their way to victory.
I'm waiting for Dan to be Severn. I think he's going to whip some butt. Blood. I want to see blood. I want to see breaking bones. I want to see all of that.
The crowd may be thin, but the promoter is sending a live feed out to 30 countries. And for the first time, the fights will be shown on the internet for $4.95. Backstage, Dan Severn has a hint of resignation about the dangers he soon faces.
Win or lose really is not as important as knowing that I went out there and did my best.
While Severn warms up, the crowd is getting juiced up by another brawl, this one featuring world kickboxing champion Maurice Smith. The fight is a slugfest with little grace. By the third round, Smith's conditioning seems to pay off. He mercilessly beats his opponent.
Maurice Smith!
With the crowd pumped up, it's time for the main event. Dan Severn versus Pedro Hizo. Backstage, the fighters focus on the intensity of the moment. The fans go wild as Severn enters the octagon. The question remains, is he still the best after a 3-year absence?
Let's get on. Come on.
The combatants are cautious. Severn doesn't want to get caught by one of Hizo's lightning-fast kicks.
Let him come in on you. Keep your hands up.
Suddenly, one well-placed kick from Hizo stops Severn in his tracks. Severn goes down. He's not getting up.
Right there, it's all over.
Dan Severn's comeback fight is over. It has taken just 1 minute, 32 seconds.
We have a winner by referee stoppage, Pedro the Rock Hizo!
The fans cheer while the fallen legend has to be helped from the ring.
It's all right, Dan. We still love you, man. Come on, Dan.
I think my pride's hurting more than anything here right now.
Hey, bro, you're still the best. Don't worry about it.
Hey, bro. Best of luck, my man.
The man's got really good hands, phenomenal kicks.
The paramedics make sure everything's okay. Severn refuses help. He simply wants an ice pack.
I just felt my knee give out from underneath me. I was trying to regain my balance,
And all I felt was octagon hitting my butt,
On this night, the fans have gotten what they came for. A little blood, a brutal knockout, enough bone-crunching hits to send them home happy. It's just another snapshot in a still developing picture of violence for entertainment's sake. From Tempe, Arizona, to Bayonne, New Jersey, and countless arenas, gyms, and backyards in between. We're not just inventing new forms of violent entertainment. We're perfecting them.
Now what we're doing is we're taking the whole rule of law that 5,000 years of human history probably stole, and we're unscrewing it and saying, wow, if you do it for entertainment, it's okay. It doesn't matter if you do it in front of 1 million people for money, or if you do it in an alley for money. If you beat somebody up, it's a criminal act.
You're watching people at their most primitive core, battling it out. And there's just something sexy, frustrating, exciting, confusing. It brings up all these emotions in our bodies. People love it.
One of the interesting things we found in preparing this report is that each form of violent entertainment eventually ran into conflict with the authorities, either politicians or the police. In each case, the outcome wasn't to put the purveyors of violence out of business, just to control them. It tells us that violence will always be with us. How we cope with it, how we react to it, how we protect ourselves from it, could be one of the biggest challenges we face in the 21st century. That's this edition of MSNBC Investigates. Thanks for watching. I'm Lester Holt.